The market rips lower on Friday, breaking several support levels. Is it game over for the bulls? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in last week's video, we talked about the fact that the market should push up towards that 42.25 area, and the reaction from there would tell the story. If they held support and pushed higher, then it was likely we were in a march towards 4,400 in wave 5. However, if they broke support, then it was very likely we'd see a sell-off down towards 39.50, and that's exactly what we saw. Support broke, and the market sold off very quickly down towards 40.40 at the close, before selling off a little bit more after hours, and now starting to bounce. So the question is, are the bulls dead? I'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the Nasdaq. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, with the massive sell-off down off of that push, it does look like we are going to be either in the deeper wave 4 or that deeper ABC pullback. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And as we talked about last week, they pushed it up towards 42.25. They pulled back, and they were unable to hold support. And then we got a very, very strong sell-off down towards 40.40 to close. And then they pushed it down a little bit here in the overnights before starting this bounce up. So I think the key factor today is going to be this bounce that we're getting here. This wave 3 of C is what we're counting it as right now, has hopefully concluded. We don't have a big enough bounce to say it's done, but hopefully it's concluded and we're starting into wave 4 of C right now. And so the most likely path, if this is going to continue, this bounce is going to continue, is that we bounce up to at least 40.57, ideally up towards 40.88. I don't know if we'll get that big of a bounce, but that's the ideal target, would be the 40.88 area. And then you get a move down in 5 towards that 39.50 area, which would again get into this wave 1 over here, which, as I talked about, all the way down, we could get a very deep wave 4, because ideally wave 4s and diagonals get into wave 1 territory. That is the hallmark of a diagonal. So I wasn't sure if they would get this deep because of how high they extended, but clearly they're trying for it. So ideally we're looking for a push up towards this 40.88 area and then a sell-off down to that 39.50. And if we get that, we should look for support there. And if support holds, okay, then we should look for a pretty strong bounce as an ABC up in wave 5 towards 4,400. However, if this bounce continues off this low and blows through 41.13, okay, on the way up, then we have to consider two other options. One is that wave A in black has concluded here, and we're going to get this wave B bounce up towards 4,200 or so. And then you would get wave C down towards that 38.50 area, okay, and that bigger wave B that we've been tracking off of this wave A up here. All right, so you have that option. Or if they blow through 41.15 or 41.13, then we have to consider also that they could be in an ABC up towards 4,400 and wave 4 concluded here. Okay, so this bounce, if it continues, this could just be a small little hiccup, and then they continue down. They could not, the wave 3 could extend here. So if they don't get above 40.57, then they've just continued down in 3. So if they continue with this bounce to at least 40.57, then we can start to consider wave 4. If they keep going over 41.13, then we have to start considering wave B or potentially wave 5 up towards 4,400. But I do think that with this straight move down and no structure, they need a bounce in wave 4 of C, and then a move down in 5 of C to conclude in that 39.50 area, because again, diagonals like to get into the wave 1 territory with wave 4. That is a hallmark of a diagonal. So that to me is the most likely path, the bounce up towards 40.80 and then a move down towards 39.50 to complete this move down. But as I said, if they bounce it from here and it continues up past 41.13, we have to consider that B wave and also that wave 5 alternative. And then if they do continue selling down, straight down, then we could consider the fact that this could be a 1-2 setup for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move down. But I don't think that's very likely here. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's much, much, much more likely that we are either in this ABC down to 38.50 or we stop at this wave 4 area and get that move up towards 4,400. All right, over on the Nasdaq. Very similar structure as they do trade in step very often. They are starting to bounce on the Nasdaq as well. We would like their bounce to hit at least 12,588. Ideally, they hit the 12,705 area. for a wave 4 and then sell off down towards that 12,250 to 60 area for this wave 4 that gets them into this wave 1 territory over here. Again, a hallmark of diagonals, wave 4 is coming down into wave 1 territory. Now, again, with the Nasdaq, if they push up over the 12,700 area, 12,705, and then through the 12,800 area, okay, then we have to consider that A, B, C down and B down here towards 12,000, or that we are starting the ABC up towards 14,000. And again, guys, that's why diagonals are so tricky, because everything is a three-wave movement, so everything looks the same. So we have to use key levels to kind of identify where we're at in the count. And right now, that key level here is going to be 12,800, because if they push above that, it becomes very unlikely we're in any kind of wave 4. And we would look for that B wave up and then C down towards 12,000. Or we would look for a rally up towards 14,000 in an ABC shape. So you'd have a three-wave shape up from there. So really for both markets, guys, it's going to depend on this bounce and if it follows through and if it materializes, okay, and they don't just kind of bounce up a little bit here for relief and then continue to sell. We are in a very strong support area on the MACD 1-hour chart. So and it's starting to curl up a little bit here. So I do expect a bounce. I do think that we'll see some kind of bounce before the next move down that is a little bit more substantial. Like I said, at least to this 236 on here, which is 12,588, as well as on the ES. So I do think we'll see some kind of bounce and then a move down in wave 5 of C towards this 12,250 to 60 area. Guys, if you like the information that I put out on these charts and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. Okay, there's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there. I want you to try it out. Make sure you love it. And most importantly, become part of our trading team in there. We're a team. We work together. I don't just throw out trades and leave you out to die. I talk to you. We work together. I give you the key levels. We give updates. I tell you why we're trading stuff. And I want you to feel part of that before you ever spend any money. Okay? In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we do swing trade, which means we trade anywhere from a few days to a few months out, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He structures trades that get you in very cheap and get you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trades that is really unique. You kind of have to see it to understand it, and that's another reason we want to give you that 7-day free trial, because we want to make sure you like that trading style before you ever spend your money. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into a small account, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, trading mini ES futures using disciplined trading methods, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. You can cancel at any time. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. We're looking for this bounce to materialize and see if they can get it up to at least 40.57. And then if they push it over 40.88, we have to watch 41.14. Above that, we have to consider either this B wave or wave 5 as materializing. And then if not, we're looking for a wave 4 up towards one of those 40.57, 40.88 areas, and then wave 5 down to 39.50 to complete this wave 4. Over on the Nasdaq, you have the same kind of setup. Big move down, looking for this bounce to materialize up towards 12,588 as a minimum, and then as high as 12,705 or even 12,800, but over 12,800, we have to consider a B wave bounce or wave 5 higher. But ideally, we'd look for wave 4 up and then 5 down towards that 12,250 to 60 area to complete wave 4. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.